Hello, Lifeway family. I grew up with a number of heroes in my life. Early on, I loved watching the Superman movies with Christopher Reeve. The idea of flying, shooting lasers out of my eyes, super strength was everything a young boy could hope for. The way he stood for truth and justice and his ability to always do the right thing were things I admired. Now, as I got older, there were other deep attributes that I learned to admire as well. His willingness to give up all of his powers for those he loved and then getting them back for the greater good and sacrificing some of those relationships so he could keep the world and his loved ones safe. Now, I realized that while there were some amazing benefits of being a superhero, it came at a cost. As the wise philosopher Uncle Ben told Peter Parker, remember, with great power comes great responsibility. In our world today, we are in a desperate need for heroes. While there are many who would have us follow them, there are very few that are worth following. We could look to professional athletes. While many are admired, there are a few that have actual character outside of their athletic talents that we could hold up as a good role model. I do believe there are everyday superheroes all around us that are able to do superhuman feats. These are amazing men and women who are willing to do what others won't. They are courageous a short time longer than the coward. They are willing to sacrifice for something they believe in. Each of us is graced with talents and abilities that will allow us to do things no one else can. What are your superpowers? What is your gift you bring to the world? What is your story going to be? As with all heroes, there is a magical ability to do things that we consider impossible. We are all surrounded by people who would squash out our dreams and want to keep us in the status quo. But as a Lifeway brand partner, that is not good enough. We know what it means to do things others think are impossible. Now, how is it possible that a small patch applied to the body could reflect the light of the human body and create a positive chemical reaction known as photobiomodulation? And yet, it exists and is changing lives all over the world. There are 3 places people live in today. They are not actual places, but a state of mind people live in. The first are the people who live in the land of the hopeless. They do not think they can improve their circumstances. Second, we have those that live in the land of the possible. They believe that they can improve their lives and make a better life for themselves. Third, are those that believe in the impossible. They have an unwavering belief that they will change the world. This is where the superheroes live. So what is the land of the hopeless like? Let's take a look at this. They have lost hope. They can't get out of their circumstances. In many cases, they're sick and tired. They refuse to stretch themselves and they seek for comfort and safety, neither of which will lead to comfort or safety. They follow the crowd and listen to the doubters. These people will steal your dreams if you let them. Fear controls their lives and they are happy to conform, which is a very scary place to be. No one wants to live in the land of the hopeless, but that is where most people live. In a story I heard recently, a young man was struggling in school. He met with his vice principal because he kept disrupting the class. When asked why, he said he felt that it was just a waste of time, that he could do the homework, but because he could just read the books and pass the test, but it was just all felt like it was a waste of time. What the vice principal told him next changed his life forever. He said, school is not about learning the material. It's about learning to conform. Now, I don't believe that all educational institutions follow this mantra, but what a tragedy that there are some who do. Talk about living in the world of the hopeless. Learning to conform will keep you in the land of the hopeless longer than anything else. Now, the second place we will visit is the land of the possible. They have hope that not only can they help themselves, but they can help others live a better life. They like to work hard and are willing to do what it takes to reach their goals because they're possible. They follow the example of their leaders and they follow the system. Their faith in their leaders and the system leads to great results because of consistent action. They can't believe the amazing life they are living and they love how they're helping others to do the same. Life is so good that they feel a strong need to give back to those who are less fortunate. These are amazing people. And I say that most of our Lifeway brand partners fall into this category. Our last location is the land of the impossible. The people who live here spend a lot of their time in the land of the possible, but every so often they realize that there is something more that they need to do. There's a deep hunger within them that tells them that they're made for something more. These opportunities do not arise all the time, but when they do, the impossible happens because of their perseverance and their preparation. They decided to set a goal that is so big and hairy that it scares them literally. These are not timid souls who live in the land of the impossible. They learn quickly that they need to bring others into the land of the impossible to make it happen. They can't do it by themselves. They take bold action and are willing to take big risks, knowing that there's a chance for failure, but they do it anyway. Failure along the way only strengthens their resolve to win and to win big. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. As with all superheroes, especially those that live in the land of the impossible, they show a level of courage that is not seen in other lands. In the movie We Bought a Zoo, Benjamin Mee talks about this kind of courage. You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery. And I promise you something great will come of it. I would like to tell you a story about a man who lives in the land of the impossible and is a superhero to many, possibly everyone listening. His name is David Schmidt. Now, you know a lot of his story, but it has not all been easy. Hearing some of the setbacks that he has gone through in his life would be challenging to anyone, and many may have given up. It was in one of those challenging times that X39 was born. It never ceases to amaze me that some of the greatest achievements in the world have come after an immense amount of challenges. I am sure there were some who told him that he should throw in the towel, but he stuck with it, and now we are seeing the impossible happen before our eyes. Lifewave is growing in a big way, while most other companies are struggling. Why? We have superhero leaders building their teams and doing what everyone else is saying can't be done. We honor your determination and commitment to David's big, hairy, audacious goal of getting Lifewave to 1 billion homes. As I conclude my presentation, I want to end asking a few questions. Where do you live? In the land of the hopeless, the land of the possibilities, or the land of the impossible? Who looks to you as their superhero? People are always watching. What example are you setting? I hope I am a superhero to my wife and kids. I am sure that as they have gotten older, they have realized that their dad isn't perfect, but I hope that I've lived in the land of the impossible enough to help them see themselves there as well. Many of you are superheroes to me. I am in awe of your commitment to helping others. Now, it's our opportunity to take this incredible company to new heights and achieve the impossible in 2024.